Hello, YouTube. It's a different day, different shirt. Your favorite one man show, at least your favorite one man Motu show. So, I got a couple boxes. I'm going to open them both, and I'm going to pick one of the figures and do an immediate review. So, let's do that. Let's see what we got. I know it's been more than a week since my last upload. I just haven't had anything new to tell you guys, even though I plan on doing one review a week from now on. So if you have any ideas of Moto figures you want reviewed that I haven't mentioned yet, just send your ideas to this email address right here. And yeah, and I'll get back to you. Maybe I'll choose your idea. Okay. What do we got in this box? This big box. Looks like it needs a little more help. Can't do that with my left hand. Okay. There we go. Now we have a hinge. Oh. That's a place to put that. It's a mailer box. It's been open, but it's okay. Some of my mailers are open too. But I mean, all you gotta do is tape them back with clear tape. But it says opening music. Cue dramatic box opening music. This is one of the Mattel Creations boxes. I know some of you guys are familiar with them. This is the first time I've gotten one. A little different from the regular Motu mailers that they send out. You know, the ones with pictures on them. The ones like these. You see how these have pictures and they're got the logo. I mean, they still have the Mattel logo on them. These are just better boxes. But a mailer box is a mailer box. So let's go ahead and look what's inside. Security ring. Let's see if we can pull it out by the card. Oh, yes. Take a look at that. Sy Klone. Oh, yeah. This was not going in the set. This is mine. I've decided to keep a few figures that were going to go in the big set, but I'm just going to sell it in small bits. There's no way you can sell a complete set of figures on YouTube or eBay because you're only limited to 24 pictures. And if you've got more than 24 figures, you'd be having to take pictures of like 3 and 4 figures at a time in one photo. And that doesn't leave much for the eye to take in as far as details go, like damage and stuff. So this has some nice art on the back. You can see the specular. It's embossed kind of. You can see where they do that. Got this nice Hordak up here. This is obviously Sy Klone escaping from the fright zone. So yeah, Sy Klone. Oh, yeah. Torso spins 360 degrees. That means once all the way around. So, we got Sy Klone. Been waiting for that. Let's see what's in the other box. You guys see my giant pile of Motu over there? There's a bunch there. There's some here, some here. It's just everywhere. My house is full of Motu. There are worse things your house could be full of. Motu's not so bad. Let's put that over here. Put that somewhere it won't be in the way. Okay. This is from Well, we won't say because they sent it early. I have a source. There are a few vendors out there that will just mail their, because this figure isn't supposed to come out until June. I don't know why they're making everybody wait on it, because this is my second one, and neither one of these are going in my up for sale. I bought one to open and one to keep. Yes. All right. Let's see if there's any. This is okay. Good. This is in good condition. Look at that. It's a Triclops fan favorite. Some Triclopses don't have the fan favorite. Up until now, if you're just now getting into this, this figure costs $30. Up until now, if you wanted a Triclops for the Origins line, people were selling them from $70 to $120. Because they weren't there. I guess there was a huge demand for them, and not many were made. I mean, that's true for all of these Origins figures. In the 80s, when they were making these toys, they were making hundreds of millions of these toys. Now, they're making maybe tens of millions or hundreds of thousands of these toys. Not even in the millions, probably. Because it seems that mostly the people that are collecting these are not children. And it even says on the box they're not for children anymore, because they have, a lot of them come with small parts. They come apart at the hands and the ankles and all that, and they result in small parts that little kids can swallow or lose. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is, let's decide between the two. You know what? I'm not going to open this Triclops. Oh yeah, I got this last week too. It doesn't really count as Motu, but it's made by Mattel, and they're the same size. Hold on a second, I'll show you. Sorry about that. So here is a vintage sculpt He-Man, and here is the Ric Flair, 16-time most powerful man in the universe. Woo! Anyway, I got him because I love Ric Flair, and I thought I could make him into something else, maybe, or even at least just use his head for something. But for right now, he's staying Ric Flair. But these are exactly the same size. They break in the same spots. You know, they break down the same way. So basically, he is a Motu Origins figure. Or the Masters of WWE figures are Motu Origins figures. They just have, they're in WWE, you know, in a WWE costume. But yeah, so they're the same size. What I'm going to do now, I think, because this is a resealable box, just like Mossman and like the Skeleton Warriors that I've already covered, we'll open this one. I'll probably get around to opening up the Triclops. If you want to see me open it, I will. They're not expensive anymore. There's still people on eBay selling the non-fan favorites for $70, $90, $120, but those figures are now not worth that much. It works that way. You know, I had what I thought was a $200 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Scare Glow, but they released regular Scare Glow again because people wanted some, and it was one of those figures that was hard to get in the 80s as well. But when they released the figure again, there's nothing different about the figure, maybe except the box, but it drove down the value of the pre-existing figures. And the same thing is going to happen with Triclops. Don't pay more than $30 for Triclops. So we can see here there's a little bit of tape, so we're going to cut that. And it's hard to do because it's hard to tell exactly which way the hole is on the cardboard. We don't want to hurt our cardboard. We just want that tape. And we were successful. So let's see if I can do it up here. I'm trying to open this without distorting. All right. We might leave him out of his box. Alright, gonna slide out. And yeah, this figure was not cheap. If you're lucky to get him for less than 50 bucks, more power to you. This one was 50 bucks. Free shipping though. Even the ones you'll see that are listed for less than 50 have shipping that you have to pay for, which makes it add up to 50. Everybody's been waiting on this guy. So, see what we get. We lift that out. We're not interested in that right now. We're interested in this. Okay, so this didn't... This was not in the original. The Fog of War. Let's see if it's a European. I figured out why... Somebody told me why some of these comics don't have words in them. It's because the European comics, since there are so many languages in Europe, they just don't bother printing the English. There's nothing for them to translate. They just don't print words for non-American, non-US, non-England countries. And I'm like, but people in other countries speak English. And even if they don't, they would at least have something to translate. So this has those little things you gotta snip with a fingernail clipper. I think I'm gonna leave this piece in here for now, because I want to be able to put my figure back in the box if I need to. So let's get him out. Let's see if he has. He does not seem to have any of those little bands. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. No, he doesn't seem to have any of those little bands that you need to snip, like are on the batleth thing, because this is a weapon. I think it might. Nope, this clips into his back. Okay. But I saw that it looks like a handle, but it clips into his back right there. Anyway, let's get him out. Let's see if we can do this without destroying the plastic. Because he's just molded in there. Oh my God, he's really in there. Break his arm out. Break his other arm out. Doesn't want to give him up. Never gonna give you up. Okay, we got him. We got him. He has a nice weight to him. Not terribly heavy. I mean, these are probably lighter than the figures from our youth, simply because they have less plastic involved in the movable joints and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, this back thing is heavy duty. And he's still got the little wheel. So the wheel is not functional. So he turns at the waist because they all turn at the waist now. And they weren't lying, he turns at the waist. I don't even know why they would even put the wheel on here, because it doesn't do anything. Let's see. Let's break it apart. Oh. You know what he didn't come with was one of those little sheets that tell you where they break apart at. Because I'm getting some resistance in his waist right here. Trying to see, I don't want to force that. So, oh, okay. You pop him up, you pop his waist up. Now the wheel works. Just like the old one. That's why he doesn't break apart at the waist. So you close him back down. You neutralize the wheel. He's in neutral. So what you do is you grab him, break him up like that, just a little bit. He only goes a certain way. Don't keep pulling. And when he's up like that, well, let me raise his arm. When he's up like that, he spins. Probably even better than the old one. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like his colors. You know, blue and yellow have always been good, fun colors. I always liked them. And he's got the little, the motion thing. You know, like in the 80s, a lot of toys had these little 3D stickers. His is no different. It's actually a little better. It's really on there. It's not just a cheap little sticker. And so we got the little fins on his arm. So let's get out some of his stuff. First, I want to make him stand up. So I start with the feet. I get a feel for the feet and ankles, then the knees, then the waist for the weight. And then you pose the arms, I guess, any way you want. He seems to not want. Are his feet on backwards? I think his feet are on backwards. Yeah, the feet were on backwards. Oh, no, that doesn't seem to be either. He seems to want to be stuck in the tiptoe position. Like, see, look at that. The ankle does not want to go up any more than that. That seems to be a problem. Is this some of those nubs they're talking about? Like, I don't see any nubs, but his feet want to be pointy-toed. That's not good. Pointy-toed? I mean, for real. Is he supposed to never touch the ground? Because he's got to be able to stand up. I don't get it. Let's play around with it a little more here. Let's see. I mean, look really hard at that. It looks like the foot should be around the other way, but when I twist the foot around the other way, now the foot's around the other way. You see, there's that ankle joint. It still won't. Oh, there it goes. It popped. I think I just had to be more assertive with it. Yeah, just be a little more assertive with it. It was not on backwards. It was just acting funny. So let's see if we can stand him up. So I plant my hands on the toes, and I get a feel. Let's see if he'll stand. No, he doesn't want to stand up. Let's bend him forward some more. There we go. I'm going to get some stands for these. So while he's doing that, let's look at what else he's got. He got these neat cones of wind. I thought that was cool. And of course his aerodynamic shield. So let's see what we can do with some of this stuff. First of all, I wonder. Oh, I bet that slides neatly across his little wrist fins. So which hand would you have your shield on? Your left hand. So I'm going to try to. Oh. It goes beside the wrist fins. And of course his fingers don't really go through that. I guess I could put his hand through there first. There we go. Now he's proper. Now he's proper. And then we'll give him one of these. Oh, these have posable. These are neat. These have posable stumps on the back of them. So where do they go, though? I've seen them on his hands. But too bad they didn't send an instruction book with it. Where does this mount? I mean, I guess they could go in his feet. Let's try that. Maybe that's why his toes are pointed. It goes but then it doesn't really go. So it has this little whatever you want to call it, articulator stump. You would think there'd be a hole in his hand or something, but there isn't. And there's no extra hands or anything in the box that I can see. Nope, this is all you get. But I saw someone online with their, oh, I know what happens. I know what you do. Let's take his hand off and replace it. Yes. There we go. Replace it. That's how that works. Me dumb. Me figured it out. All in all, a good figure. I like him. I always thought he had He-Man's face, though. What do you think? I think Sy Klone should be a robot as well. Not a living figure. Not a living person, but a robot. Kind of like Faker. Kind of more like the Red Tornado, if you think about it. If you know who Red Tornado is. But that's Sy Klone. So you got this ability to take his hands off as well. I would have liked a couple more hands. You know, maybe another head, but all in all, it's not bad. You know, this makes him front heavy. Let's see if we can see if the camera will let me show you him standing now that he's front heavy. Counterbalance with his other arm. Let's put his, yeah, not bad. Looks like he's blowing leaves. He's just at waist level blowing leaves. Cleaning the sidewalk. Anyway, that's all for this video. I'm glad you guys watched. Like I said before, if you have ideas for figures to be reviewed, send them to the email address I showed you. And until next time, you remember that you have the power.